And welcome back, Heritage Park. Richie Giuliano, DJ Yoakley with you. These are the big boys now. It's hard to believe these kids are 12 years old when you look at the size of some of these young athletes. It is the Falcons. It is the Raiders for the 12U COED Championship live here on Game Changer YSN and the NFL Flag Football YouTube channel here for our NFL Flag Championships in Las Vegas. Both of these teams were 2-1 in pool play in the bracket, so they weren't a top 5 seed. The Falcons were 6, the Raiders were 9, but they had made it to the championship game here at 145, and this is Las Vegas time. Raiders have the football to start. Here comes that 7-yard rusher and an incompletion to start the ball game. Trying to get that offensive rhythm. Little short pass over the middle, but it was dropped.
You said it perfectly. You want to get rhythm. You want to bang, 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 like ticks on the old talk on the clock. Get things going and see if they can get it going here on second down.
I don't know how some of these Falcons players are wearing these beanies. What a catch downfield, coming back across his body to make the catch.
Oh, my goodness. Shades of prime time Deion Sanders with hands like that.
4 was mic'd up. NFL Films.
Sure, he's got something to say about that.
Some work, and they're going to have to adjust his mic. It's got to be tough because they're wearing shorts. I don't know where you mic them up. Maybe from
on the waistband.
Back.
Yep.
We saw the last game, the 8U game. Little kids were very passionate about the game of football. The highs and lows, a lot of tears after the defeat. That one's incomplete. Little miscommunication underneath.
We're seeing a lot of sidearm, like side slot passes.
Yes.
Out of that arm slot. And, you know, the majority of the time it works. My guy's back there looking like Lamar Jackson. He's got the 8 on his back, and you could tell he's got some wheels.
See, I feel like when the rusher's coming at you, since you can't defend yourself with your left hand, you have to kind of throw the ball sidearm in a way to get it away. Over the middle, back to the line of scrimmage. He picks up some forward progress, and it will be third down from that spot. This is the final down here for the Raiders to score.
We've talked about this guy all day. Patrick Mahomes, obviously going to be in the Super Bowl here next week. But at the end of the day, Richie, he has opened up a whole new generation of quarterbacks with arm slots. A baseball player. These kids are athletes. Yep. Guaranteed they play more than one sport with as good as at football as they are. They are athletes, and they're doing a heck of a job here today.
I'd like to see some of these 12U kids play Little League Baseball at their size.
Those arm slots as a pitcher, good night.
Here we go. Final third down for the Raiders to score. Pump fake going back of the end zone. Oh, what a vertical by the defensive back.
They both got up. It looked like they were on a magic carpet with as long as they were in the air.
On a springboard to knock that one away. And now the Falcons will take over for their first offensive possession. The Falcons in pool play were 2-1. They scored close to 70 points, only gave up 34, and they have made their way. And, you know, this is a long trek for a lot of these teams to get to this point. Over the middle, incomplete. 41 right on your screen was wide open on this near sideline. They missed him.
Yeah, and you can tell by the body language that he knew it. He wanted that football, but he's not going to make a big stink about it.
Oh, that's your go-to guy to look at for the Falcons. See how the Raiders respond. Back from the shotgun. Here comes that 7-yard rusher.
Oh,
deep throw down the field. The safety is there, and he overshot him.
Just out of the extended fingertips of the intended receiver. And, man, if they would have connected on that one, that would have been the game-changer play of the game this early.
So we talked about the size for the Falcons coming in with one of their big receivers. But on this next defensive play, take a look at the safety and size for the Raiders to kind of counter that.
Well, we got some big fellas. We got some tall trees in the forest, my friend.
And then they got the smaller, speedy rusher who's on the very right of your screen from the 7-yard mark. And he's going to blast towards the quarterback right now. They got to pick up the first down, final down, overshot him again. And the Falcons are 3 and out without any yardage. They're going to have to punt.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it's one of those things. You can afford to take some chances if you hold strong defensively that first stand. It's exactly what the Falcons did. Take a couple chances, punt the ball away, live to fight another down.
Good stand there for the Raiders. Both offenses come up empty. So far, throughout our 3 games we've done, 2 semifinals and a championship, high-octane offenses. This one might be a little bit more defensive-minded. Raiders on first down, dump it off. First down yardage seems to be the most crucial.
And I was about to say, we've seen more incompletions in this game, but it's not because of the talent. It's because the plays are a little bit more complex.
Yep.
Defenses are a little bit better. You're fitting them into tighter windows.
Yep. And their flag pulling ability is a lot better. A couple of flag pull misses we've seen resulted in some big touchdowns. Man in motion. RPO style. They fake it over the middle. Incomplete off his fingertips. He got blinded by the defensive back, and he couldn't see the football in his lap.
Yeah, and that's one of those dangerous passes where you're headed towards the sidelines. You don't necessarily hear footsteps, but you see those jerseys, and you start holding up because you don't know who's on the field and who's not.
Third down again for the Raiders. Unable to score on the first try. Second drive for the Raiders. They were 2-1, 9 seed coming in. Scored 67 points in pool play. Going out to the right. You got to get it off. Third down. Final chance to get it across. Going deep. Little push off, and he caught it.
Falcons wanted to push. They're not going to get it, and it's a big conversion for the Raiders, setting a first down in Falcon territory.
There's that safety and wide receiver making a big impact. 29 was the guy we called out before the game, and he comes up clutch with a third down catch. And now you're set up strong, 10 yards away, and you got 3 downs to get it across into the end zone.
Talking about being out in Las Vegas. Flip the script. That's exactly what the Raiders did.
Huddle offense for the Raiders as they jog out.
Raiders have to feel good about their representation in this tournament.
Yeah, their region is done unbelievable. Almost sacked, spinning away, got it away, near side, and he walks in for a touchdown. Raiders get on the board first.
How about that? Completely goes to the left side of the field, cuts himself off, or so you think, drops it over on the near side of the field for a touchdown. Something that most times, Richie, an offensive coordinator or coach is going to say, no, 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 followed by yes, 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 yes.
They're going to go for a 1-point conversion. For those just tuning in, you could go for 1 or 2. One's from 5 yards out, two's from 10 yards out. For the 1-point conversion, nice hands for the 1.
We've talked about it all day today. How big are those 1-point conversions on these games?
Oh, they've been crucial. They have won and lost teams' games when it comes to strategy, because it doesn't seem like in the first half, it's only 1 or 2 points. But in the second half, when you need it to tie the game and you can't get it, it will cost you the flag football championships. All right, Falcons second chance, wide open. There's 41. He reaches out. He never got his flag pulled. He just went out, and his coach is saying, hey, just keep straddling that sideline until they pull it. He just assumed, since we're 1-on-2, they're probably going to pull my flag, but they got through.
These kids are so smart, elevating to the level of the game. You see the ball is always out. You're going to see that a lot more in tackle football as the seasons go on, too.
Second down. Gets it away over the middle, incomplete. They would have picked up that first down, and now you bring it back for third down.
Going back to that point, though, you know how dangerous it can be. If you go back to, I believe it was the Ravens and Bengals game when they reached over the ball over and Hubbard took it back, the Hubbard yard dash, as they're calling it.
You're exactly right.
Got to be careful. Ball security is still a premium.
Here's his third down. There's a flag. It's caught. 41 on the far sideline. Got plenty of room to run. We'll see the call, though. There was a flag before the throw. They would have picked up the first down and plenty more, and now it will go against the Falcons, and they are going to have to punt. So for those tuning in, we figured this out. Every single penalty is a loss of down.
Yep. Instead of costing you, the yardage and you get the down back, just cost you the down and force you to make a decision. This time it's a punt.
So the Falcons 0 for 2 offensively. Raiders in a good spot to take a 2-possession lead in our first half. They're going to run it, a little slippage, and with the dead turf out here in Arizona, it's a little dry.
There is no grip on this field, so you got to make sure you are sure-footed every step of the way.
Second down for the Raiders. 2 guys wide. RPO, they're going to fake it again. Under heavy duress, and he's sacked right on the line. A big loss there, and that'll bring up third down as we near the end of our first half.
And I can't tell you how big that is. That is a huge stress mark in this ball game because if you're able to start putting it in the back of the mind of the quarterback that you are sure-handed, you could grab that flag, rip it, that causes havoc in the backfield for quarterback. He's got to think, number one, can I get this throw off? Number two, can I get it accurately without throwing an interception, turn the ball over?
And now the Raiders got to think, do we want to play this conservative or do we want to go aggressive? Because you play conservative and you can just punt it away.
Could cost you.
They'll play aggressive. Quarterback scrambling over the middle, right over the first down marker. That's a catch. But we do have a penalty flag. He stepped over the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of down as well. And they're going to have to punt it back.
Illegal forward pass.
Yep, he stepped over the line of scrimmage. And it's a loss of down, so they're going to have to punt it away.
Now, it makes me wonder, again, because some of the rules are different. Illegal forward pass in the NFL, you can have that toe dragging behind the line. Are you allowed to have that here in flag?
I don't think so. It's been
Your
heavily
whole body
protected.
has to be behind?
Yep. It has been heavily protected. Jets in the 8U game had 3 of them. Falcons right before the half looking to strike. Over the middle. Did that ball hit the turf?
Yeah,
Yes, it did.
Yeah, I saw grass flip up. That's what's wild. We're used to seeing those black beads pop everywhere. You don't need turf. You got this grass. It'll tell you exactly if there's an incomplete pass.
You stick your foot in there, dirt flying up.
Trouble.
Second down. Falcons looking to get going offensively. They just haven't had that rhythm. There we go. Over the middle. That's their first big play of the half. Still juking around. Splits 2 defenders and then finally gets pulled. It'll be third down.
Yeah, they marked him just short by what? About 2 yards, 3 yards. So Falcons have some work to do. They understand that, but third down and the clock ticking.
Could be the final possession for the Falcons here in this first half. Haven't utilized the deep ball. Haven't been able to connect on it. They just need a couple yards, though, to get the first down. They're going to go deep for the second time. Almost had the one-handed catch, and it's incomplete.
Good setup. Now, what's the follow-through here, Rich?
Now, do you punt or do you
I think you go a little chippy here. I think you risk the biscuit.
So let's see. They're going to put it down there.
They're going to take
the question is, can you – I was going to say, you could run the time.
No, they're not. I thought they were going to take a timeout.
All right, it's fourth down. Well, they need somebody to snap the ball. Here we go, fourth down. They need it. Looking to go deep, wide open over the middle.
A perfect play call. Absolute perfect play call. Send everybody deep, but that's halftime.
Yep. So maybe not. You wanted to go deep, you don't get it. After one half, the Raiders just up 7-0. This is the most defensive-minded game that we've had so far out of the 4 we've done. The Falcons offensively just haven't been able to build that rhythm, and it's because of the deep strike. They haven't been able to develop it. So we'll take a break. We'll be back for the half after this.
Going, Rich.
7-0 after one half. Falcons looking to go deep. Wobbly ball. It's a jump ball, and it's incomplete. 27 had to come across his body to try and make the catch, and that ball was wobbling.
And that's a tough throw, number one, on the run. And number two, trying to get that ball downfield when it's man coverage. That's a tough play.
The deep ball has been an issue for the Falcons. And you're only down 7. You know, although you haven't been able to get much going offensively. You could turn around in the second half. They try and go shorter, and his flag was pulled before the ball was even caught.
Everybody's kind of looking around, seeing if there's a flag
There
down.
is a flag down. And the penalty should be against the Raiders. Okay, so the Falcons had two options. The penalty they're going to take is 5-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. And then they're going to call it a first down instead of taking the penalty from there, and it would have been third down. New set of downs to get 4 wide open near side. The curl route is complete, and that sets them up right in front of midfield. And they've got 3 plays to get 2 yards.
That ball is always straight for the extra 2 yards. These are some big bodies. These are some guys that, high schoolers, some college guys aren't even this big. Julian Edelman. Me.
Low snap. I remember if the ball hits the ground, it's a dead ball. The deep pass, straddling the end zone, and he cut it. The Falcons on the board out of the break.
What a grab.
And now we've got a penalty flag. It's a hold against
touchdown.
the defense. Yeah, I think we said a couple games ago, we're not going to see too many penalties. We have seen a lot of flags on the field here in this game.
It's how you look at that. That was a full speed route caught on the run right in the corner of the end zone. Doesn't get much better than that.
Here we go, getting one, and they got it. Right on the goal line, stuck the ball across, and we're tied up at 7. The Falcons make a huge adjustment, and they take advantage of that penalty. That penalty would have put them at third down. Instead, they got the reset with a fresh set of downs, and we're tied up at 7 here in our second half.
Just gets bigger and bigger. This moment starting to feel more real to these kids on both sidelines.
The Raiders' first possession. Trips on the far sideline, looking to go over the middle, incomplete. His own receiver tipped that ball.
Splits 2 receivers, and neither one could come up with the catch and run.
Yeah, that was deflected by the underneath man in 32. And then 4 kind of felt the effect of that. So now you got second down. Deep snap. 3-step drop in the end zone. Going to loft it here to the near sideline through his hands and incomplete. And we got another flag.
Yeah, there's a conversation. You can hear it.
Pass interference.
DPI.
Against the Falcons. That's an automatic first down. It would have been either way because you had a cross midfield. So now you set up shop, first down and 10. Both teams looking to come out of the half and make some offensive adjustments after a defensive-minded first half. It was only 7-0. Huge wide receiving core here for the Raiders. Stop and go. 5 and out is complete, and that'll be second down. Second down, halfway to go. So you pick up just a couple on first. Neither team has run the ball.
Think they'll throw one over these mountains?
High snap. Now over the middle. The center completes it. Spins away from 1. Jukes 2. Still on his feet, and the center scores.
Don't tell mom, but you know how to use a spin cycle too, young man.
13-7. The Raiders and the Falcons score on their opening possession of the half.
How about
what a move by the young fella.
That
Slippery.
was the circle button all day long. Wear it out.
Rolling to the right. Going for 1. Caught at the pylon. They give it to him. Both teams have completed the 1-point play. And now the Raiders back up by another touchdown. It's 14-7.
The Raiders playing tough right now. They look like the body language is a little bit I don't know, down.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, you score a touchdown. Juices are flowing again, baby. Get a cup.
And we've got a whistle, and we're going to have a timeout. The Raiders didn't have enough players on the field.
Yeah, trying to make those late second adjustments. They would have had to play without a guy.
So they will take a crucial timeout. Timeouts are mammoth down the stretch to stop this clock that never stops. You know, for those that just are tuning in, they're unlimited 12 minutes. So you got to play 12 minutes straight unless you take a timeout. Doesn't matter if you drop a pass. Doesn't matter if you run the ball. Doesn't matter if you step out of bounds. The clock is always moving. So those timeouts can be the most valuable things you have or possess down the stretch. And to take one defensively is very uncommon. All right, Falcons ball, first down. Short over the middle. Pick up good first down yardage. So you get 4 to get across midfield, 3 to get into the end zone. Some teams play aggressive. Some teams play conservative. We saw the Rams, 8U team, they went for twice on fourth down. Ended up scoring 2 touchdowns off of it. Some teams like to punt it away and trust their defense. All on coaching style, really. 4 makes the catch, stretches it across, still loose. Jukes a man, and then he's finally pulled inside Raider territory.
What a move. Split, like almost like a kicker splits the uprights on the extra point. That young man split the defense and just had his flag pulled at the last moment.
All right, the Falcons looking to counter the touchdown for the Raiders. They are within striking distance. They'll go under center. They stack it up. 3 guys split different ways. Ball batted in the air, and it's incomplete. 7-yard rusher came flying out of a cannon to bat it away.
That had some TROUBLE spelled all over that play.
And I'm surprised a lot of rushers haven't batted too many balls down.
I thought you were going to say you were surprised I could spell trouble.
Well, 2 things are true there.
Point and point.
Second down, flings it over. The crossing pattern got him. Jukes a man, but he's pulled right in front of the pylon. That was an unbelievable pull by 8. Stuck his right hand out there, and now it's third down.
Yeah, quicker than a hiccup, that young man. But unfortunately, when you make that juke move, if you don't take your hips with you, that flag becomes exposed, and it makes it a lot easier to pull it.
Here we go, third down. Falcons got to get it about a yard to score. If they don't score, they turn it over. From the shotgun. He's got the official sign to play. They're looking for a short route. They got him at the pylon. What a strike and what a catch on his knees. That was huge for the Falcons.
Look out, Ralphie. We're throwing BBs on the field. Don't shoot your eye out.
14-13. Falcons got to get this to tie it up.
Start calling 40 Red Rider because he's got a BB gun on that shoulder.
Yeah, he's been real accurate today. The short yardage situations have been in the favor of the Falcons. Can they do it again? And they love the pylon. Stuck like glue to the pylon. And both teams 2 for 2 on 1-point conversions. We are knotted up at 14.
That was a laser, Scott. A laser.
Laser beam.
Left side of the end zone. Laser touchdown. Extra point. Whatever you want to say.
The Falcons have shark lasers on their head. Raiders football tied up at 14 apiece. Looking to go deep. It's a safety. The big man just outside of his reach. Incomplete on the long ball.
I don't know what flag he was looking for, but he turned over, threw the hand up, and he's like, all right, I tried. Gave it a shot, coach.
Well, the Raiders have been in the favor of a couple penalties that have been huge.
Can I say something before we get to the next play? The sportsmanship today has been unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, you'll see a little bit of contest in the crowd on the field. The only contest that's happening is X's and O's. This is a phenomenal job by NFL Flag, by these fans, by these players, all around. Great work.
Second down for the Raiders. Throwing far side, they got their man, and his flag is pulled immediately. It'll be third down, and this is a big one.
I would not be surprised to see that young man who just made that catch playing on a big level, a big stage someday.
Yep. And it's like unbelievable to watch because these kids are 12.
Yeah, I would have to get a 6-foot ladder to go give him a high five.
It just baffles me that these kids are that good at this young age. And the 8-year-old kids were good. It's a high level of flag football. Here we go. Third down over the middle. And incomplete, broken up. 2 receivers cross one another, and you're going to have to punt.
We got it.
And now the Falcons will take a timeout. Here we go. You had to punt it there. You needed to pick up a couple to even have a chance. And now things get dicey because we're bearing almost an overtime session, which would be our first one of the day.
Do we know the overtime rules?
We're looking it up right now.
I say we, I mean you. we both know I don't know them.
Overtime format, home team calls a toss to be on offense or defense. Start on offense, and they could go for 1, and then the other team has to counter to tie. Here we go. Falcons, though, not looking to force an overtime period. Good pickup on first down, and he's finally pulled from behind.
Yeah, these guys aren't looking for overtime.
No.
They're looking to win it right now. Same situation we saw a couple games ago, Rich. I mean, it's one of those, you want to hold the ball.
Yep.
And if you win it, great. If you lose, or excuse me, if you don't put it in the end zone, OT.
You don't even want to think about giving the Raiders a chance for a Hail Mary.
This is not a situation where you throw into traffic.
Second down for the Falcons. Tied up 14. Wide open. They got that first down, and he gets some extra yardage with it. So they pick up the first down. Falcons feeling real comfortable right now. Taking their time in between snaps.
And now it's all about game management, Rich. It's all about strategy. How much time do you have to run plays, extend plays? And remember, these guys have been sticking that ball out a lot lately.
First down opportunity. Falcons going deep. Incomplete, overshot them.
They went for it.
30 seconds left.
Now it makes you wonder what you do here. This is second down. You got second and third. Do you chip away here? Do you go for a corner route? Do you send some? I mean,
and could this be the final play? Because they're taking a lot of time here.
I'm going to go with send everybody deep, leave a guy underneath. There it is.
There it is. You called it. Looking to get to the pylon. Spins away. Reaches in for a touchdown.
Wow.
In the last seconds, the Falcons score a touchdown. Timeout Raiders to stop the time.
What a play. I Tony Romo'd that right.
You called that. Unbelievable call. The Falcons drew him deep. They split it underneath. And a missed flagpole results in 6. They stopped the time.
But it was genius. You had all the defenders over here. You send the guy underneath. There's nobody to catch him. With that kind of speed, that kind of agility, nobody's going to catch him in the corner of that end zone. Great play.
Obviously go for 1. They're 2 for 2 so far on 1-point conversions. Takes a snap. Oh. That